Quotes for life.
A long time ago, a student in a school had a habit of talking too much. Whenever he was involved in a discussion, he gave his opinion whether he knew it or not. Nobody asked him to give any opinion in that discussion, but he was accustomed to say something in every matter. The teachers advised him many times to talk less, but he could not change his habit because of this habit. He became the laughingstock many times in many situations. Due to his talkativeness, his importance among everyone has gradually decreased. But he unconsciously did not want to change his habit of talking, and thus his education life ends and he come to work life habits don't change quickly. He starts a business and there too he gets into a lot of trouble for his habit of talking too much. People prefer to stay away from him because he is free to give opinions to others whether he has knowledge or not. When he enters married life and there too he faces many problems due to their habits. Once he reaches middle age, he feels that this is his nature. If he does not change it, his life will slowly turn into hell. He tries to change his habit. But since he has a habit of speaking without understanding since childhood, he cannot give up the old habit. When he completely gave up, a relative took him to a psychiatrist. His relative said that the psychiatrist who tells everyone the solution to their problems, and he should go to him and tell him this problem at least once. Then he goes to the psychiatrist and tells about his problem. Psychiatrist heard his problem and say that the man who thinks he knows everything talks the most. But the man who thinks that his knowledge is limited or that he knows little never speaks more than is necessary. They prefers listening than speaking. And no one can ever give advice about their life without asking, so first of all, you have to get rid of the pride in yourself that you know everything. Only then can you take the first step in changing your own habits. Psychiatrist said, I can't change your habit for a day. It will take some time to change. But I will tell you about some situations in which you should make a habit of keeping quiet from now on. You may not be able to stop yourself from talking right away in all places, but if you can keep yourself quiet in these 5 places or situations, then you will save from many big problems in life. Many people may not like you for talking too much in your life, but if you can restrain yourself from talking in these 5 places, then you will not have to be a laughingstock anymore and people will start paying attention to you. The man said, Psychiatrist, tell me the 5 situations when I should be silent. I must try to restrain myself from talking during those times. The psychiatrist said that the first situation in which you should remain silent is when you feel that no one is asking for your opinion in a discussion. Those of us who can't stop ourselves from talking often end up voicing our opinions in places where no one wants ours. Maybe we're in that discussion. But that doesn't mean that our opinion on the subject of the discussion will count. Unnecessarily giving our opinion in all these places can make us more insignificant. Either our opinion will be ignored there or we will be laughed at there. And in both cases, on the one hand, our importance will decrease to those people. On the other hand, we will suffer a lot inside and feel neglected. But if we learn this little thing to keep ourselves quiet, i.e. stop giving opinions where no one has asked for our opinion, we can increase our importance to others and to ourselves in 2 places. The second place where you should keep yourself quiet is when someone criticizes you in the name of a third person or in front of you. Always remember that a person who can slander others in front of you can also slander behind you in your name, and if you during that criticism or slander give your opinion, it can cause problems for you in future. If you go to say something to him at that moment by protesting his words, then you may become his enemy, and by supporting his words, if you say yes to him, then you become a part of that criticism or condemnation. He will change his form with time, but since you are a good person, you can't. When someone criticizes or condemns someone in front of you, the wisest thing to do is to ignore the discussion, or if that is not possible, then stay silent. Do not give your own opinion. The psychiatrist said that the number 3 situation in which you should be silent is when you get too hot on someone or you get angry. It is the most difficult thing for us to be silent at this time, because when we are angry and cannot control ourselves, our intellect does not accompany us. But some words spoken in anger can do the biggest damage in our life. It can destroy our relationships with the people we love the most. Our workplaces and businesses can cause us many losses. So we must refrain ourselves from speaking during anger or whatever. For that we can do meditation every day by telling ourselves one thing repeatedly, that when I am angry, I will not say anything. If necessary, you will move from that place for a while, but at that moment I will not say anything. You have to make a condition with yourself that I will not say anything when I am angry. Being silent in this place will save you from many problems in life and will save you from being an insignificant person. The psychiatrists say that the number 4 place you should be silent is when you feel like you know nothing or very little about something. There are many among us who do not know enough about a subject, but their habit is to say something whether they know properly about it or not. To be honest, they don't have enough knowledge about it, but the people around them can easily understand it. But talkative man does not understand it. But the fact is that no one cares much about such people who talk more with half or little knowledge. Maybe he has no knowledge of the subject being discussed. It is very normal that a person can never have knowledge about everything. We need to understand that not having knowledge of a subject does not make us unimportant. And at that moment we are so busy with our own words that we cannot notice our own insignificance in the eyes of others. And those who have this habit, even if they have good knowledge about something, no one wants to pay attention to their words. And then we feel so unimportant that it's not so much how much we talk in each conversation that matters more than what we talk about. Talk or give an opinion in a discussion about which you have sufficient knowledge, and listen to others through your own eyes in a discussion about which you have little or no knowledge. Psychiatrists said that the number 5 place where you should be silent is when someone comes to you to talk about their problems or sorrows. A mistake many of us make is that we think that someone is coming to us to tell us about their troubles or problems, which means he is coming to us to ask for a solution. Most of the times, some of our friends or close people come to us to talk about their pain and suffering to lighten us up. Maybe they themselves know the solution to that problem, but their biggest problem is that there is no one to listen to them. Everyone is busy giving their own opinion, which they don't really want. They want someone to talk to and lighten them up. But we do like others and try to give them a solution or give an opinion before we listen to them completely. And frankly, it makes us more annoying than good to them. Our importance is reduced to them, so we should listen carefully to anyone who comes to us about their troubles, and then if they want a solution, then solve it. Friends, through this short story, we learned that keeping silent in some situations helps us to increase our importance to others. Comment if you have ever had trouble speaking in any of these 5 situations, and if you like the video, give it a like and share. You can subscribe to this channel to hear more stories like this. See you very soon in another new video. Till then, stay happy, stay motivated.